meet the elite. Today is going to be a little crazy, wild. We have Alex in the house and Rhett. You know these elites, so it's going to be a fun time.
Mhm.
But today we're going to talk like a lot of big changes in the real estate world. We came out with the 50-year mortgage. Well, there's talks of the 50-year mortgage, and then there's talks of a portable mortgage.
I think it was proposed. Both of them. They're not actually happening yet, right?
Exactly, yeah. But
Portable would be dumb.
we're definitely gonna hit on them. And then we're gonna talk family traditions and then just life updates on what's going on in all of our lives.
Cool.
So it's gonna be fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, the portable mortgage thing is interesting. I didn't even
It is
know.
tight,
I
yeah.
didn't know that was a thing until literally
It's not
5
a
minutes
thing.
ago when I talked to her about it.
It's
Well, not
not
a
a
thing here,
yeah.
right? But it's a thing.
Period. It's never been a thing before where you
It
like carry a mortgage with you though.
Not in America, but in other countries or
yeah,
something,
no, this
right?
is
So
huge. It's done like all over the world. It just hasn't hit
Really?
America yet. Yeah. Yeah. So what it is let's say you have a mortgage of $200,000 on a house here at 3%, which is really common,
yeah,
for a lot of
yeah,
homeowners right now.
Mhm.
And it's preventing a lot of people from moving because they don't want to give up that 3% rate.
Mhm.
So you can bring that $200,000 mortgage over to a new property and keep that interest rate the same.
Wait, so you would the $200,000 mortgage? So you're saying that they would take let's say it's 200,000 at 3%, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the house, let's say, is worth like 600,000. So they would keep the 200,000 at 3%, and then they'd have to get a new mortgage for the remaining amount.
I believe so.
Yeah.
that was
Whatever the
that
market
was my
rate.
question.
That
Was
would make more sense.
how it would layer, right? With like the new
Yeah.
amount or the difference
Originally,
of
when I
the
saw it, I thought they were saying that like if you had a 300 or a 3% mortgage, that you could sell the property that you lived in and then get a 3% mortgage on the other one. But that makes more sense. Okay, so they're loaning you a certain amount of money and you get to keep that amount. But
Yeah.
how did they do the closing then? Who would pay like the you know what I
I'm
mean?
sure it's just like a first loan, second loan is my guess. But again, it hasn't been done here. I don't know
Gotcha.
any of the specifics. A lender I'd have to definitely touch base with when if it does go
Yeah, we're
through.
just talking about lending. So we're all retards. Ignore us. We're just
Yeah.
speculating.
But anyway, it's all
Okay.
over,
What-
social media
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it,
yeah.
whatever the equivalent for real estate
Yeah,
is for
we are
alleged.
uneducated in
we
this
are
purpose. Don't take our advice. Certainly, before you make any financial decisions, consult with your lender
yeah.
and your
this is the
accountant.
fine.
Yeah.
This is the fine
we are,
print.
we are
Fine.
only
Yeah.
agents and
Yes.
not lenders.
Yes. But it is talked about all over
Yeah.
social media. So we do need to learn more of the specifics, especially.
Well, I
if
mean,
it
they
does get
proposed
passed.
it, but it doesn't mean it's going to happen per se.
But what is super cool, I think, is that there's new things being proposed.
Yeah.
Like we
Yeah.
are living in a world that becoming homeowners is becoming harder and harder for people. So we do need to think outside the box. What are ways we can get people to be homeowners? Because that's the life. That's the dream. The American dream is to own a home.
Yeah.
I
You know?
disagree. Renting from people is very good business. Yes, you should do it.
Okay, property manager.
I mean, I guess I
Make
should be.
sure
I
you
guess I should be on.
rent
Yeah,
homes,
yeah, yeah.
guys.
Rent houses,
Rent
guys.
houses.
Rent houses.
And especially
You don't want to
mine
buy?
checked
No,
out his
rent.
Zillow leads.
Trust me.
It's a bad time to buy. It's a bad time.
No,
Rent
no,
only.
no. We want to sell houses too, guys.
But because that was a really surprising stat from the meeting earlier in the week from Bobby, that the average age of people using their first time home buying
Yeah.
loan is now like 40.
Yeah, it was like
Like
43
that.
or something.
Yeah,
crazy.
it's. I mean,
You're buying your
I
first
know it's
home at
hard, but
43, yeah.
that's a crazy stat.
Well,
because
hopefully, if you're buying your first home at 43, you're not doing a 50-year mortgage.
that's true. But
It's not going to be great.
I mean, maybe it'll be an option by then.
It's just
By the time I'm
the
40.
amount of interest that you pay between a 30 and 50 is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I can
don't,
imagine.
Crazy.
again, I love that new things are being proposed, but I think there's, the saying like the poor people stay poor because
Mhm.
they're not looking at the whole numbers of a 50-year mortgage. Like,
Principal and interest,
yeah, the principal and interest, the life of the loan, how much you're paying at the end of the loan is like hundreds of $1,000s more
Yeah.
by having that, um, 20 extra years to
That's
pay
Yeah, so you're
off.
almost doubling the
I mean, you
length
can
of the
do
loan.
a 50
like the
year
length of the
though,
loan,
and then
so-
as long as your mortgage like allows it, you can pay like over that mortgage amount. So if let's say you got qualified for a 30 and a 50 and you took the 50 just to be safe, you could still pay what you should have paid on your 30, and all that extra money goes to principal every month,
Yeah.
which is tight.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I
But it's
agree.
like people have to like read their contracts and read their statements and like, think for themselves when they do it.
Exactly. And it's not life changing when you look at your monthly payment.
Yeah.
on like a
No.
$500,000
It was
house,
marginal.
you're only saving like $200 per month. And I mean, yes, it's great to have that savings, but to pay an extra double your life
Yeah.
of the loan price is like,
Mm.
the math doesn't math to
It's
make
like-
it worthwhile.
It was
Well-
like one, and it's almost like double what you pay
Yeah,
in interest.
yeah.
It's crazy, but like it'd be so much more if I was 21 and I was gonna like wanted to buy a house. I'd be like, okay, do a 50-year on that loan, and then like rent out one of the rooms. You're good.
Yeah.
For like a first time home buyer, you
Well,
know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. As
Take
long
the
as, as long as
50-year,
you're as
rent
long as
out one of
you're
the
good with
rooms.
having the roommate after you own your own house again,
Wow.
like that's one of those things where like as one of those people who is hoping to use my first time home loan here sometime soon, like the idea of like when we got our own place, one of the greatest things about it was that no more roommates.
Oh, I'll be your roommate, Red.
I'm sure we
You
could
know
take
what?
you in if you needed it. If she ever gets tired of
Yeah.
you,
Yeah, I know where to send you.
Tired of me? I'm the one that cooks. You can take her, dude.
my wife would probably love the company. Actually, she's been going crazy with the two kids. But
Oh gosh.
about to be she's actually about to start watching our niece, so it'll be 3. It's
Yeah,
gonna-
we're living that 3-kid life
Yeah.
right now, and
Oh yeah, I guess I
So
can't
fun.
even.
yeah, it's so fun. I mean, Liam, he turns 9 months this month, which is exciting.
Jeez, that time has flown. Yeah,
Your baby's
because
almost a year?
Remy is gonna turn 11 months here,
Mm.
so she's almost a year. Yeah,
Yeah,
that time has just flown by.
First Christmas.
It's crazy. Yeah,
It's gonna be great.
it's gonna be great. And then
Yeah.
Riker's now just at like he is now understanding a lot of stuff about the world, so he is so hyped for Christmas. He
Oh,
is.
yeah.
He came home yesterday and he comes in running in yelling, Dad, put up Christmas lights, and that, because he's thinking that some of our neighbors are already putting them
Yeah.
up. So he's just like he's trying to get me to decorate the house, all that stuff already.
Oh yeah,
so.
we get started early. I love Christmas. It's good
Last year
shit.
he was kind of like he was getting it, but he still like didn't really. He was he was only 2, so he was like. Or 2
Are you
and a
gonna
half,
get him an
so.
elf on the shelf?
She did that last year with him, and he
Mm.
really liked it. He hasn't brought it up, so I don't know if he remembers.
Yeah.
But I'm sure we'll do it again.
You gotta bust out the elf, dude.
Yeah, I never had that as a kid, but it's kind of
No,
a
it's 'cause
cool.
it just
It's a
came
fun
out,
little
like,
thing.
I don't even know.
And for a boy, right? Like she had it like doing like mischievous things and stuff like that, which he gets a kick out of because it's all about the roughhousing and the pushing the boundaries
Yeah,
and
I'm the
everything
one
else.
that does the elf at our house. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alex
What's your?
is all about Christmas.
Does he come up with good stuff for this? I feel like it'd be hard to come up with something new every day for the elf to
dude.
do.
I'm good at it.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Our
put
elf
up
is
kick-ass
crazy.
stuff, dude.
Our elf is.
I have like a whole little Instagram fucking collection where I have these girls I follow specifically for elf on
Because
the
they
shelf
have elf on the
ideas,
shelf
yeah.
ideas.
Yeah.
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 They have like a following for elf on the shelf.
It's yeah.
I'm
People
pretty good
get
at it.
way into it.
I guess that is where I first saw it was on Instagram. I never even knew it was a thing.
Oh,
until
yeah.
a
Me
couple
either.
years ago, and then suddenly it was like all over Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm like, elf on the shelf. What is this? Like,
Our older kids, they're now 7 and 9, so
This
they're
is-
still into Christmas. They still believe, but they're
Yeah.
not that age, like 9.
What are you
Like
talking about? They asked me about the elf this morning in the
no,
car.
no, I'm just saying. But Brooklyn's 9 years old. It's around that age. I'm surprised she still believes in
Yeah.
everything. Like,
yeah.
I believe in
But-
Christmas still.
but it's really cool because
The
now
Christmas
having the
spirit.
baby, it like brings their Christmas spirit up because they're so excited. It brings our whole
Yeah.
family's Christmas spirit up
I still
because
believe in Santa.
now having, the baby, it brings it all fun and new again.
Yeah, because there is definitely like introducing Riker to it last year, like because when he was like 1, right, he doesn't have any idea what's going on. But introducing he was like, it was just cool to see that joy of like him kind of understanding some of it. So
Yeah.
I can see where like once after a few years they probably get a little less excited about it or not as like Christmassy joy. But then a new baby, it's all getting to start fresh with all those same like introducing him to it for the first time and all that. So it'd be fun when we could do that with Remy too.
I
But
get the hype going, dude. Right after Oliver's birthday on October 30th, we get going.
so you're a Thanksgiving skipper as well.
Yeah, we fire on Home Alone on right after Halloween. We're done trick or treating, Home Alone, and then we're just.
My
we're
wife
all
tries to do it every
Christmas
year.
all the time.
Halloween ends, she's like, all right, we're putting up Christmas lights, right? And I'm like, with Thanksgiving has not happened yet. We're gonna chill. We're gonna let
See,
Thanksgiving.
that's how
Who
I feel.
decorates for Thanksgiving though?
I
Come
do.
on.
I know we
Our
don't, but that's what I mean. It's like I
fall
don't have to.
decor in our
don't have to
house
decorate.
is like 10 out of 10.
It's a-
love our fall decorations. Our house looks beautiful. It's nice, and you're in such a hurry to always get rid of it and then
Shut up,
put
Jace.
Christmas there.
After Thanksgiving. See, even says, it even recommends after
I don't give a
Thanksgiving.
shit what a robot tells me to say. What do you mean? Just because a robot tells us to put up Christmas decorations after Thanksgiving is not going to change my mind.
Well, anyway, we're not even at the end of November. Our house is full out Christmas, at least the inside. Alex has got to get going on the outside, but he did have surgery last week.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to give him a little grace on that. But if he's talking funny and stuff, that's why. Yeah, but our neighborhood, they go all out for
We
Christmas.
got one of our neighbors over, and he told me like last year he puts up like 6 million lights in his fucking house every year.
It's
I'm not even kidding. It's insane.
crazy. Yeah.
It's
well,
like a beacon of light, dude. You can see it from space. I feel like.
yeah. Yeah. We have to get like
The whole
blackout
house
curtains
is-
for the
and
kids' bedroom
he like
because it's so bright.
rigs up these structures on his roof and shit. I'm like, Jesus.
So he's full on National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Oh, did you ever see that one with he's more so. Did you ever see the one with Danny DeVito? There's a Christmas movie with Danny DeVito, and he's like trying to get his house seen from space. He's more like that, where he's putting up millions of lights to the point where you're like gonna blow the power to the outside of your house.
Yeah,
That's about his.
It is so cute.
He's
though.
trying to signal to the ISS and them up there.
Well, dude, it sucks because every
Like, Merry
year
Christmas,
we go
guys.
outside, the kids looking up my Christmas lights, and they look at that house and like, Dad,
Step it up, Dad.
He's putting you to shame.
Yeah.
Why does his house have so many more lights, Dad? I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
But there's
Not
always
good.
like trains of
Jason, I'm
cars.
gonna give you a picture to edit in to see this, but it's insane.
Yeah.
Well, there's a few because my wife is really big about going to look at the Christmas lights every season, so we'll go travel to the big houses around that everyone knows about. Some of those those have to take months of planning and because especially ones like synchronized to music and stuff
my
like that.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
like,
they
I can't
have
even.
the lights where it's like going through like a little sound thing, and then they're all blinking at the same time.
There was one that
I'd love to do that, but Jesus, come
where
on,
was
guys.
it? I want to say it was Chandler last year that we went to, where in their windows they had like projector screens, and it was like playing a little like Santa like to the music and with the lights. There was like a little video. While there is no smoke. But yeah, I mean that makes sense, right? Because
Thanks for that tidbit of knowledge there, Jay.
I don't think we set up the computer for this episode.
We're discussing about, God bless.
But yeah, I can imagine that back to that house, it plays like a projector image, like a video that goes along with the lights and the song and the everything. It's like that's.
Well, have you gone to Christmas on Comstock in Morrison Range?
Yes, I think that was
It's amazing, but those are things that you need to consider when buying a house. If you buy a house on those streets that are crazy Christmas, you better be ready to do that crazy Christmas because, the neighbors they get angry if you're not all into it.
My aunt and uncle have
traffic.
that. Yeah, there's the Agritopia, and they do a big thing, and we've gone there the last couple of years, and I can't, and every time I've been there, I'm like, I can't imagine
Virginia Street.
I can't imagine being one of the houses here.
It was nuts.
When you've got thousands of people just at your doorstep all
They
night.
said they
for
spent
weeks.
$5,000 in Halloween candy every year.
Yeah, well, that was
Jeez.
one house. One house.
Yeah,
That's what
no,
they
I
told
know.
us.
Like one house was spending $5,000, so everybody on that
That's
strip was spending that much on
crazy.
candy. I'm like,
That's
fuck,
But,
crazy.
forget about it.
again,
Yeah.
do
I'm
your,
Jehovah's Witness if that happens.
do your due diligence when
Turn all
buying.
your lights
Yeah,
off.
dude.
We're not home.
Now we're Jehovah's Witnesses. We don't celebrate anything.
Yeah.
Get out.
But you guys, this is a great opportunity to bring it back to real estate. To do your due diligence.
Yeah.
You need to check out the communities that you're looking into during these times of year. Talk to the neighbors to see what it's like during the holidays, so you know what you're getting into.
My aunt and uncle have that. They live in Moon Valley, and in their neighborhood, it's required that everybody in the neighborhood puts out the luminaries, like the little candles in the bags and stuff. And it's part of their HOA contract and stuff like that. You can get fined for not being a part of it and things like that. And it's I know
part of
there's
their
streets where
CCNRs.
and I know there's streets where they say if you're gonna live on this street, you have to decorate your house for Christmas. Sorry, and it's not a little bit. You got to do something. It's which is crazy. But I guess
It's not crazy.
if
mean,
you
Jesus.
if you love doing it,
It's
then
a good-
it's
it's a good the person that doesn't want to decorate their house for Christmas, then they won't sign. Dude, that person probably sucks anyway. So the HOA is probably doing a good job at keeping out neighbors that suck because they won't just do one small
and I do
holiday
get that,
thing,
right? You don't
know
want
what I
that one humbug guy in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
Everyone's houses are lit up. This one dude just totally
mean?
dark, right?
you're making them do this small chore, and then you're weeding out all the jerks and assholes and douchebags in that one task. You know what I
Yeah, I
mean?
guess that's fair.
Like if you simply refuse to like decorate your house for Christmas, and you won't sign and you won't,
Yeah.
forget about it anyway. We didn't really want you, you know?
Yeah. Well, and that's part of it. Like, can you imagine being somebody coming from like out of state and you don't really know, and your
Yeah.
agent didn't do your due diligence, and you show
Well-
up, and then suddenly it's Christmas, and you're getting a fine because you didn't decorate your house, and
Well,
you're like,
that's
wait, I
why
didn't
it's
even
important
really,
to hire
you know,
a
Well,
good
there's- yeah.
agent that reads the CCNRs
Exactly.
and knows the neighborhoods in those particular
Right.
areas.
That's one thing I
Exactly.
noticed about like newer agents. Not it's like it's a bad thing, but like newer agents, if you ask them about like a neighborhood or anything, they're like, "What? I don't know where that is." But if you ask somebody who's
Yeah.
been doing it for like 10 years, they're like, "Oh yeah, they have this thing going on over there." Agents just kind of like start to remember the cross streets and the subdivisions and what people do and stuff. It's just because you get exposed to it over time. You know what I mean?
Know your
You've
neighborhood.
driven the neighborhood, you've shown enough houses that you start just like knowing everything about
Yeah.
where you live.
And you guys, we've all been in Arizona like our whole lives.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Your family grew up here, so now it's just like we know the good neighborhoods
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Halloween. We know the good neighborhoods for Christmas.
Yeah, 25th Avenue in Indian School, beautiful.
But I know we live in Queen Creek, and one event that I super love is the side by side parade.
Mm.
You know, they have thousands of side by sides that come out, and they go
Yeah.
through our neighborhood, like, and it's just so fun. The whole neighborhood comes out.
Yeah.
They throw out so much candy. But I think it's a really cool event. Like Queen Creek is getting bigger.
Yeah.
But it
So
kind of
much
gives
bigger.
that hometown feel though of doing that side by side parade.
King Creek is like starting to get nuts, dude.
It's starting to get a little crazy,
It's
Yeah.
nuts. It was
and
like when we
they're
bought
not
there,
keeping up with it.
I kept telling you, I'm like, this is gonna be the hot spot, 100%. It's like got nice subdivisions, gated neighborhoods. It's really bougie. It's got that Queen Creek marketplace, and now it's been like what 4 years, and now it's getting nuts.
Very crowded.
Yeah,
I am excited for a lot of the growth though. Maybe I'm
You
just
mean you're
excited for Postino's
Yeah,
walking distance
you're
to
excited
my
to
house.
drink wine. I know.
That is my favorite pastime,
Yeah.
and
It is good that you guys are
Probably.
getting some stuff out there like that, though, because it was like at first everyone was moving out there, and there was like everyone was still having to come in up into at least Chandler Gilbert to go
Yeah.
to anything.
Yeah.
Right now, you guys can kind of like you
Now
have some
people
stuff
are,
out
like,
there.
coming out to Queen Creek. You know what I mean?
Well, because they have like what they've got the Fat Cats pretty close to you guys out there. They've got like some
Pecan
entertainment
Lakes,
stuff and
that-
some
that
golf
Sand
courses now,
Flats.
and like
They're
the problem
opening
is
up
though
a Perch.
is the roads. Like Ironwood
porch.
sucks, dude.
They're
the steel yard,
the porch. Yeah. Wait, no.
The Perch.
the
the
perch,
perch.
and the
The
porch,
What's the porch?
and Posty. The porch. There's one in downtown
That's
Gilbert
a very similar
too.
name. Are they the same company?
No, it's just like a
What?
No,
sports
hipsters
bar.
just can't come up
Yeah.
with different names
Were
these
they-
days. Is
Wait,
hipsters
there's
still a
a
thing?
Porch and perch.
yeah,
I've just dated
Anyway.
myself.
perch, porch, and Postino's all on the same road.
Plus that social
And they
birdie
broke-
place opened up. That
Oh,
place
yeah.
is pretty cool. There's Queen Creek Olive Mill. It's pretty cool.
So social
Like there's
birdie.
so much stuff to do.
And honestly, Schnepp does a really good job of like events and stuff
Mhm.
all the time to bring people out there too. So like
They
there's
just
lots
have
of
the
cool
worst
stuff.
goddamn food in the world at that place. You ever had a cheeseburger at Schnepp Farms?
No,
It's a tragedy.
No, we only ever
It's
go to like the
terrible.
little bakery and get like the cookies or like something
Yes.
good. Like
They
good,
send
that
you,
stuff is
dude,
good.
they serve like
Yes.
a frozen burger cooked into a hockey puck for
All
like
their
$8,
events, the
and
food
that's
is so
all there
bad.
is to
Yeah.
eat. It's horrible, dude.
That's why
yeah.
you go across the street to Olive Mill and get like that farm
No,
to
man.
table
I've never actually been
delicious.
to
Every time
Olive
we're
Mill.
sitting on that little dumpy train and I'm eating the worst cheeseburger ever made by man. Yeah, it's horrible. Dude.
It is
It's
bad.
horrible.
Their food
It's
is
like,
bad.
Jesus, guys, you haven't ever tried to improve any of this?
But you know, you go to places for different
The
things. You
train.
don't go to Schnepp thinking I'm gonna get great food
Yeah,
at this
yeah.
family carnival. You know, you're there for the atmosphere.
I know, but I get nervous when I start to get hungry there. Am I gonna
Yeah,
have
you
to
get
go this-
hangry.
I'm gonna have to
Nervous.
do
They
this
call it
again.
hangry.
Hey, they have a lot of
I'm
food
gonna
trucks
have
they
to
get
do
there
this
now and
again,
stuff. So you
dude?
can go to one of the food trucks
I
instead.
know, but I can only
Okay.
eat so much kettle corn.
Yeah, yeah. Last time we were there, they had a big thing in the like that community yard area where it was they had like a huge tent set up with it was all chili and cornbread,
Ooh.
which
Oh,
was
chili,
actually
right?
Yeah.
which was pretty good. I got a bowl of the chili and I got some cornbread. They give you like a pretty big bowl of chili. That was good.
I'm
But-
gonna make some of that cornbread stuffing I make this year. It's gonna be delightful.
Yeah. So talking about holidays again, we are hosting our first Christmas this year,
Nice.
Mhm.
and we're really excited.
I love Christmas. Yeah, I've always wanted to host, and it's like you're gonna.
Okay, so you do. That was gonna
Yeah,
be my
I-
next question. You actually like.
I
you
wanna
can love
wake
Christmas
up-
and hate hosting.
No, I love hosting.
So-
I love hosting. It's easy. It's like you get to wake up, the kids get to open their presents, and then like, cool. Let's
And then you don't have to
get
go
the
anywhere.
food started.
Yeah.
Let's watch A Christmas Story 19 times, and
Literally, it's
yeah,
on from
Yeah.
morning to end. A Christmas Story
you'll
every year.
shoot your eye out, all right.
Yeah, that is probably the biggest hassle for us around that time is like, though, okay, we got to be here at this time and here at this
I
time. We go to
hate
the,
it.
like, it's like that would be, I guess, kind of nice thinking
And
about
then
it like that. Just not have to go anywhere
now
for
Liam,
the
like
day.
Liam needs to take his naps if we're hosting, dude. It's like, okay, we just put him up in his crib. He takes his nap.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, people can come and go. It's great. It's so much easier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Getting in and out of the car. It's like when we do go to Christmas, we're only there for like 2 hours anyway, because then we got to bounce and go do this and this and that. And I'd rather just be like, okay, people can come over whenever they want and they can stay until I fall asleep at night.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
No, yeah, that's a good way to do it. The last like couple years, because on my dad's side, they usually do the Christmas Eve party, but it's always really late. They do it like we'll get there like 7 or 8 at night because they do like late mass and stuff like that. And so like the last couple years, we've had to skip out because like by the time we get there,
Kids
the
get
kids are
tired,
out.
dude.
Like
Yeah.
they're gonna fall asleep in the car, and they're gonna be such a grumpy mess the
I
whole
know.
time if we wake them up for having to like actually eat dinner and stuff
And
like
you
that
go
at
in
that
there,
time.
and
They're
you're
gonna
there
be
for like an hour, and you're just thinking the whole time, okay, he's starting to like melt down. He's starting to
Yeah,
melt down. And
yeah.
then boom, we're loading back up in the car, and then you get home, and you're like, okay, now I don't get a Christmas Eve either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
And then
this
the kids are
year-
awake and mad anyway
This
at
year
like
is
10 o'clock at night.
actually
Yeah.
we're doing all new traditions this year because so this is the first year Alex's family now lives in Arizona.
It's not sure. My mom
Um,
has always lived
Well,
there.
your parents have, but his sister just moved here. She actually moved in our neighborhood, which
Oh,
is
cool.
really fun. She has 4 kids. Our kids all around the same age.
That's good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Got
So
4, you know,
Yeah.
they're pretty close to the ages of our kids, which is really cool because they like live like a minute walk from our house.
Yeah.
It's just like you have to walk across the park and you're at her house, which is pretty neat.
yeah.
That's pretty nice both ways, I'm sure. Because it's
Oh,
like,
definitely.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, they can just come over whenever, or my sister will be like, "Oh, I have to go and run this errand. Can I send the kids over?" And they can just like walk over.
Yeah.
And it's easy because then the kids just play together. It's cool.
But this year's the first year we're putting in new traditions because we kind of pushed. We have a family get together on the 23rd. We're doing his family on the 24th, and then we're hosting on the 25th. So it's a lot of
Lots.
celebration.
yeah.
But I'm super excited. And just to have more kids around for the holidays is gonna be so fun.
Well, that's where all the joy comes from. It is from the kids, right? Like, they're
Well, for sure.
Like-
I mean, it's fun too. Like with the kids, when so most of the time, the previous Christmases, we'd wake up and we'd like open presents with the kids,
Mm.
and then my dear wife would be like, "Okay, we're gonna start getting ready. We're gonna start packing. And where's the presents?" And we just load up the car.
yeah.
And then we have to go somewhere, and then we're there, and then we have to come back. And it's like Christmas morning is way more fun when like the kids open up their presents, and then like you open the presents, you play with them, You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you sit on the ground, you help them build their toys, and you hang out together, and it's just like a better way.
And to have time to do it instead of, like you
Yeah,
said,
like,
rushing to the car
don't
and get
wanna
ready to
rush to
go
the
to
car
the
and
next
have-
family event.
Yeah,
or-
exactly.
Yeah.
It's like you just get to wake up, the kids get what they want for Christmas, we set it up, we have fun.
Yeah.
We like be together as a family is better than putzing around and rushing,
Yeah.
personally.
Well, and then the kids enjoy that a lot more too. Because
Totally.
like it's for especially at like the age of like my kids, the getting in and out of the car a bunch of times during the day. It's just like they're gonna fall asleep on at least one of those trips, and you're gonna get to one thing, and they're gonna wake up all pissed off and everything. And it's just
Yeah.
like they don't like that either, right? So it's for as much excitement as they get, that we're definitely not at the point where we're gonna host anytime soon, but that's a goal someday to not have to
Mhm.
go do any
Yeah.
running around on the
What
actual.
is your family tradition? You guys do a
Um,
big Christmas Eve, Christmas?
Yeah, so it's the last couple years have been a little weird, like I said, because we used to go every Christmas Eve. It would be like my dad's side hosts Christmas Eve dinner for like that side of the family, and that side of the family rarely gets together at all. It's like the one time a year, so having to skip that the last couple of years was a little rough because like haven't seen some of them in quite a while.
Yeah.
But and then my mom's side of the family does like usually like a big Christmas Day thing, but that's all kind of we're in that stage where a lot of that has changed because like my grandparents were a big part of that central thing, and my grandpa passed away a couple years ago. My grandma hasn't been healthy enough to do that in a couple of years and is now declined so much that like she's probably not going to be able to get together with us for it and stuff. So
Okay.
like the central figureheads kind of that drew everybody because it was always at their house, that kind of thing too, right? Like they're kind of out of the picture. And then a lot of the kids, like my cousins and stuff, are all at that age where if they're not out at college, they're off on a business thing. Like everyone's scattered now, right? So
Yeah.
it's one of those where I think everyone's kind of trying to figure out how what is going to be the new tradition.
Yeah.
I think
You got to
that
take over,
now that we
Red.
have kids, well, it's like that's one of
Yeah,
those
we're
things
yeah.
where it's like
You gotta
you
take over
work to that
though.
point slowly, right? Like
Well, you got to take over. Trust me, do it
going
early
back
rather
to
than later.
going back to
But
buying a
these
house, I need a bigger house
I
for
know
my
you
host.
do.
That's gonna be the problem.
But these are the
That's a
things
s-
that the kids remember are like
For
those
sure, dude.
get-togethers and the family traditions. They're not going to remember the toys. They're going to remember putting together
Yeah,
the
sitting
toys.
down and putting
Yeah.
together the toys
Yeah.
with their parents. But like, that's what I'm saying. Is like, Brett, if you guys don't have traditions or they're waning, like, just make them, dude. Be like, okay, I'm gonna host Christmas, and it's not perfect, but at least everybody will start to remember that.
Well, and like this year, we
You know what I
we,
mean?
we
You
worked
keep
out
the
like we
you
know
keep the
who like
bonds
where
in.
we're going on what days and stuff. And like my parents have been really cool about like my mom said, okay, well we don't have to do Christmas on Christmas, right? Like
Yeah.
we can come the next day. We can do Christmas presents with the kids the next morning or
No,
something
we
like
have
that.
to
Like
do Christmas on Christmas. What do you
well,
mean?
we'll still do regular Christmas for ourselves, right? But like, so she started the Elf on the Shelf thing last year. So like, we're
Mm,
doing little family traditions like within our own family, but like the bigger scope family stuff, it's like
mm,
kind of like a up in the air thing because I mean, also a lot of my wife's family doesn't live here, so they have only like some of them some years they've had family that has come down, so we've like swapped plans to adjust for people coming in and stuff like that. So it's we're trying to get into a little bit more of a routine with it, but it's I don't know,
Well, you guys are welcome to
figure
come
it out.
over on Christmas if you want.
We might come bug you, yeah,
Anybody's welcome,
we definitely might come bug you.
except tenants. Fuck that.
Are we going to talk about that? We're going to bring that. We're having a nice conversation about Christmas. We're going to talk about
Yeah,
tenants showing up at our
anybody's welcome.
houses.
No, I love Christmas. It's my favorite.
It's, uh,
So I got a
God.
question. What do you want for Christmas this year, Red?
Jeez. I honestly have no idea.
Hmm.
What
What
do you
about you, Bree? What do you want for Christmas?
I honestly have no
want
idea.
new floors for the
Fucking Christ! Shut up.
I want to put a backsplash up.
Very
I want turf in the backyard.
The fuck, dude.
Uh,
nice. She's got big dreams.
That's insane.
I just got my new car, so I feel like that's my Christmas gift.
Yeah, the new car's pretty sweet. Oh, that's what I want, a windshield for Christmas. I want my insurance to cover my windshield again. That's what I want for Christmas.
Did you have too many cracks through the year? They won't cover it anymore.
I've done one. I've done like a claim every year since I've gotten the car because it
Well, you're a
never.
realtor.
I
Yeah,
drive
yeah.
so much, it
Me
never
too.
fails. I end up on the
Yeah.
freeway, a rock hits my windshield, and it starts, and I try to let it go because it starts a little chip, and then like 3 months later, I've got this freaking spider web going across my
Yeah,
windshield.
you know you're a realtor when insurance stops.
Yeah,
covering
I
your
called him
windshield.
this year, and he's like, "Hey, man," he's like, "If I put this claim in, there's a really good chance we're gonna have to drop you." And I'm like, "That's not worth it.
Uh-huh.
I guess I'll
We
just
got that same.
I'll figure it
thought.
out." So yeah, he's like, "You've made a claim every year since you've had that car." I'm like, "Dude, I drive a lot. I can't help it." And I try to go. I will usually what happens is I get it replaced and the chip happens like a month later.
Right.
And then I'll just go the next 11 months with it getting worse until I
Uh-huh.
know I've rolled over to the point where I can make the claim again the next year. So
I'm dumb. I didn't know you couldn't make claims on your windshield because I did like 6 in like 3 years.
no, they used to not care. They
know.
just now started caring because windshields cost so much now. So it was like this year, a bunch
know.
of companies were like, "Oh nope, we're gonna drop you now for it."
Well, because now
Dumb.
the
Yeah, I
windshields are
couldn't-
more high tech too. They have to like calibrate it, and
Yeah.
there's cameras. Just like
Mm.
it
Every
costs
year
more.
that I've done it,
They have to
they're
bring
like,
out
"Oh, we have
2
to send 2
crews."
companies, one to do the
Yeah.
windshield and one to come calibrate it." And I'm like, "You'd think they would. You think that if that's the new thing, that
Yeah.
the
I
window
know,
companies
right?
would
Like,
just
just
train
give
their
the guy
guys?"
with the windshields the little fucking box thing the guy uses to calibrate it.
Yeah, the first time it happened too, the guy didn't do it right, so I got in my car and my trip thing had been reset to 999. Like it looked like I had driven like 100,000 miles, and he had
Mhm.
messed up some other stuff because he didn't reset it
Mhm.
right, which isn't a big deal.
Well, I
right? But it's
remember
just
when
like,
I was like in college, if you'd get your new windshield, the company would sometimes give you like a $50 Amazon gift card
Yeah,
or something.
yeah.
Mhm.
And I would get so excited to get a new windshield, so I'd get that gift card because that's how broke I was. in college.
Also, that was your insurance would cover it, so you're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I got a free windshield and a $50 Amazon gift
Yeah,
card.
Mhm.
yeah.
Cool, this is
Yeah,
pretty
they must
sweet."
have changed like how they look at these windshields because before it never mattered, dude.
It's
It-
because
it
the cars
didn't-
are more high tech.
Well, I think
More
that
high-tech.
and like I don't know, they just made insurance is always looking for a way to make an extra buck. I feel like.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
and
the biggest thing
yeah.
out there right now. Homeowners insurance,
Yeah.
car insurance, like everything. It's like,
Oh, I keep thinking about that episode of Rogan and Adam Carolla I listened to the other day about insurance in California with the Pacific Palisades
oh
fire.
my gosh, yeah.
Dude, it's
I-
insane.
it's
Like
so
the
sad.
there's pretty much like maybe Carolla said like 10% of the houses in Palisades have started to get rebuilt,
Wow.
and maybe like 20% in Malibu.
Ugh. It's definitely
People are
gonna
just
be a
like
time
literally
They're
for
like
that
those people
area
left already
as
anyway.
well.
Oh, they left, yeah, they had
Okay,
to
so
have.
rebuild those mansions that you're gonna sell for how many millions?
They
and then the
can't.
people have to buy them.
They can't because the Coastal
Great.
Commission like literally doesn't want people to build houses on the coast. It's like the whole Coastal Commission is in charge of like approving the building permits and stuff for the coast in Malibu.
So they
and
don't
in
want them to
California.
rebuild those.
No, the
Oh,
Coastal Commission
interesting.
absolutely doesn't want people living on the coast. They want to preserve it, right? So it's like to get your house rebuilt is near impossible. Can you
Wow.
imagine, dude? You lose out on your like beautiful Malibu mansion, and they just tell you to go fuck yourself.
Yeah, just
You
like
can't get your
figure it out,
building
bud.
permits approved, and then you're just like, okay, what am I gonna do? I'm still getting charged $100,000 a year in property taxes.
yeah,
So sad.
yeah,
You just,
yeah.
dude, yeah, there's nothing you can do.
That and
You
the
gotta sell it. They're selling it to like Chinese investors like crazy right now. All those parcels that are burned down, they're selling them off to Chinese investors. It's sad.
Wow.
Can you imagine losing like your mansion and being like, okay, I'm getting charged $200,000 in property taxes. I'm just gonna
Well,
fucking
and
sell the burned lot.
and those investors don't rebuild stuff. A
Well-
lot of times they're just doing that for investment money to throw it somewhere. That happened in Vancouver, up in
they're
Canada.
they're
They had to
trying
stop them
they're
from buying up
trying
there.
to like take over a lot of the Pacific Palisades to build affordable housing. So people that lost like beautiful houses in that area, you know that
Yeah, now they're gonna
they
go
can't
to
rebuild.
what does
They're-
affordable housing mean
I,
to them?
dude, I could never live in California. It'd be terrible.
Yeah,
I couldn't even imagine.
yeah.
Do you know who's actually like I used to find like I thought he was horrible. That Spencer Pratt guy. You probably know who he is. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That sounds
familiar.
But I have been like
Sounds super
following him on
familiar.
Instagram ever
Spidey.
since that Palisades fire happened.
my
And he's like a
gosh.
huge advocate
Yeah.
for saying like how corrupt this stuff is. And I was like,
Yeah.
that guy used to be like a huge douchebag on the Laguna Beach show. Was that what he was on?
The Hills.
Oh, the Hills, yeah.
Yeah.
But now it's like, oh my God, I feel for this.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He's a
was
good
like, I was like, I
advocate of,
know
like-
that name sounds familiar.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just like, I could not put the okay.
Their
yeah,
house
yeah.
burned down too, and he's like the one out there like
Every day. It's
yelling
like
on.
his mission.
Yeah, it's his mission to be like, this is.
Hey, well, and
complete
you know what? He's
corruption,
probably got
man.
the online following that the message, like the
Yeah.
message
Yeah,
is clearly getting
it's-
out, right? Like, which
Yeah.
is good because that's what it's going to take, unfortunately. Which it sucks that like social media is like the.
I just love it when
Like, you feel
people.
like you got to call people like companies out now, and it just feels so I don't know.
I love people that aren't afraid to speak out against bullshit, dude. It's
Oh,
like my
100%.
favorite, man.
Well, and
People that
insurance-
are just like, forget it, dude. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, and that's it.
Especially because we all know across the board that insurance on
No,
basically
yeah,
every department is
totally.
like a fucking scam. But like you have to do it, right?
Yeah.
And then so it's like you got it, but stuff like this you got to call it out because like these people are getting totally screwed over,
Dude,
totally screwed over.
yeah.
And if nobody says anything about it, they'll just get away with it.
I
You
know,
they'll just like that's the,
People are just afraid
then they'll
to
just do
say
it
something,
again,
especially
so.
somebody that's like in, Hollywood type situation. They
Yeah.
would be like the last one to want to speak out. Like Adam Carolla, like
Mhm.
he's kind of funny because
They'll get
he's been
blacklisted so
famous for
fast.
so long. He's like, I don't give a shit. What are you gonna do? Cancel me? I'm already
Yeah.
rich. He's got that deep.
yeah. He's got that solid foundation.
I
Man.
know.
You can't get rid
Yeah.
of that. Yeah. Well, just like Rogan, right? We're setting up his own show and all that stuff. It's kind of like once those guys get to a point where they don't have to rely on the system anymore, it's crazy how many of them change their opinions to like something that
Yeah.
I
is
think that-
drastically different than what they were saying
I think
before.
the reason any of them got to the point that they are able to do that now too is because they just didn't care. They just said the truth
Yeah.
the whole time.
Yeah.
And I think there's so much nonsense out there where people were just afraid to say the truth
Mhm.
that just like background noise nowadays. The people that are saying like truthful things are the ones that are like, oh yeah, I like that guy. He's cool. He's relatable. He's honest.
You also have to have a good personality to approach it because there's a lot of people that are saying truthful things online, but they approach it in the most horrendous ways.
Oh,
so you
yeah,
don't get your
fake
message.
people.
You can't just scream at people or come off as totally, ingenuine or whatever gimmick you're trying to do because people see through that crap so fast now these
Oh.
days, right? Like you have to. It's like that. You got to make you have to feel like that person that you're listening to is being themselves. And you're like, okay, I can understand this person as a person, and then you're
Yeah.
more open to listen to their message.
Yeah.
If you're just an angry guy screaming into a camera at everybody you disagree with, and none of those people on the other side are ever
Totally.
going to listen to you, right?
You have
Like,
to be like well
ever.
spoken. My favorite Instagram lie is the parenting Instagrams where they think like everything is perfect all the time. Look at this breakfast I'm gonna make for my 4 boys. Look at how clean
Yeah,
my house
yeah.
is. This is how we work together as a team. I'm like, I know you're fucking lying, lady. These kids are fucking terrible sometimes. Don't try and shit a shitter. I've
Yeah.
got 3 of them. I know
Yeah,
this is not
it's-
how it is all the time. Don't act like your lives are perfect because
Yeah.
you don't let them eat Skittles. All right, simmer down.
There is a lot. But
Oh
that's
my
like
gosh.
everything on social media, especially lifestyle wise, right? Like any of those people who are super popular, it just seems like everything in their life is so perfect. I'm like,
Oh, I know, I
any
love it.
adult knows that's total bullshit.
Total
Like,
bullshit. That's why I
Oh my
love it.
gosh.
and
You
they're-
should see our house right now because we are in the process of decorating for Christmas, but it is covered in boxes.
Oh,
Like the
yeah.
whole downstairs because we have fall boxes that need to be, put into storage, and then all the Christmas stuff. It's a disaster.
I
Don't
feel
come
like
to my
the
house
only
during
time I've ever
decoration
seen
time.
since we've had kids, the only time I've ever seen my house like truly clean is when like we know that we have guests or something coming over.
Mm.
Because
Yeah.
then we actually clean. Like we'll do this huge crazy, but it's like there's never not toys out or clothes
Yeah.
or laundry or just something that's got to be dishes. Like there's
Well, me and Cody talk
always
about it all the
something.
time. It's like if you looked at my house, right, there's gonna be like toys all over the floor.
Yeah.
But like the floor underneath, it's clean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's gonna be shit all over the counter from kids' toys and hairbrushes and whatever, but the counters are clean underneath it.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do. I don't have enough time in the day to worry about this clutter. I don't care at this point. I just want to be able to like function or
Yeah.
be able to eat lunch.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
But just like you said, the house itself
It's
is
clean.
Stuff is everywhere, but the
Yeah.
house is clean, right?
Yeah,
The-
but
the
there's
stuff is
kid
taken
stuff
care of.
everywhere. It's like it's not dirty. There's just
We
these
have a
little
baby.
vagrants
We
that
have
are
a
squatting in our
playpen,
house.
we
Yeah.
have the bouncer, we have the swings. It's like all that baby stuff.
Yeah.
It's just like
Well, and then at that age, right, it's getting to the point where like they get their hands on anything, it's coming down. They're
Oh.
gonna pull it down. They're gonna
Yeah.
spread it over the floor. Like that's just how it's gonna be, right? Like I mean, I'm sure you guys were with your other two. They were finally getting to that age where you didn't have to worry about that as much. And
Oh
now you're-
yeah, we were finally able to have nice things.
yeah, and now you're back to like yeah, all the nice stuff has to go up to a certain height level in the house. Yeah,
Yeah, this morning I was upstairs and I was like trying to get Oliver ready for school, and I looked in his room and I just was like, just shut the door behind me.
You're like, I'll deal
I
with
don't
this.
wanna
I'll
leave
let
this
I'll let
thing.
mom deal with it
This
later.
is
It's so bad.
this is a
dude.
problem for another day.
It's like
Yeah.
instead of him ever like I don't even, he just throws his clothes out of the dressers or something. I don't know what's going on in there, but I was like, I'm gonna deal with this later.
Well, today
It's
he
giving
went,
me a lot of anxiety.
he was excited because the house is decorated for Christmas. He was probably looking for that Christmas sweater he came down in. So
Yeah, he just took
He was
all the
excited.
other clothes out and threw them over
Yeah.
his shoulder. I
Well,
guess. I don't
you know the easiest way to find something is to just toss everything else out that you don't need when you're
Yeah.
looking for that thing.
and then
It makes
mom
it-
comes in and
Yeah.
refolds it and puts it back.
Because
so he
yeah,
doesn't
because
think
the
about
cleaning
the-
fairy comes by later
Yeah.
and takes care of it for you.
Yeah.
The easiest way to find things in my house is to hide them from my wife. Keys, sunglasses, anything important. I have to like put it in special places so she won't come and pick it up randomly and stuff it in a drawer somewhere.
Yes,
It's like I have to be and as soon as I slip up, dude,
it's a mom thing.
it's impossible to find.
Well, it's
I
like I,
think
want
it's a
the
mom thing.
counters clear, so I just like I'm a stuffer. I just
It makes
stuff
no
it where people
sense.
can't. Can't
It's
see
got to
from
be.
the
My
outside
wife does
up.
Yeah.
the same thing, and to a lesser degree. Yesterday, I'm sitting at the counter, and I was being a little lazy. I was eating shrimp like the shrimp cocktail platter from like Costco or
Oh,
something,
okay.
right? So I'm just eating the shrimp, and I'm throwing the tails in the trash, and our trash is one of those pull-out things,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
She keeps coming to the kitchen to talk to me, and she comes to the kitchen, she closes it, and I open it to keep throwing the thing, and then she comes back and talks to me, she closes it again. So I open it again, and because I'm throwing the shrimp in this, I'm eating it, and she comes, I'm like, babe, she's like, it's just a habit. I gotta close it. I gotta close it. Like
Yeah,
you see me
yeah.
using it. I'm standing right here the whole time, but it's just that thing in her head of like, I gotta pick it up as I see it and get it done. I think it's just like a mom thing of like with our kids because it's like she knows that if like she doesn't work on it continuously, it gets to the point where
Oh,
you're like,
yeah.
oh, the whole house is a disaster.
I
'cause-
know. Alex was getting on me the other day because Liam went down for a nap, and so I kind of go in frantic cleaning mode. Like, how much can I get done in this 1 hour nap?
Yeah.
It's like, can't you just sit and relax? I'm like, this is my 1 hour to get it done. Otherwise, it's not going to get done. And
Yeah.
then my anxiety gets all high because I
It's
don't want to
just so
be in a mess.
unnecessary, though.
Like, there's
No,
only so
it's
many
It's like
hours in a
there's
day.
2 dirty bowls in the sink. Chill the fuck out. It's not
I
that
hate
big of a deal.
dishes in the sink.
You don't need to run the dishwasher twice every day. It's
Well,
fine. Just let it fill up and then run it.
But I get it, the anxiety of letting it pile up, because like especially if you know that like I get that way sometimes where I'll just let things go too long and kind of put
Mhm.
blinders on, and then suddenly I'll look around and be like this room is like my desk, like you've seen it. Sometimes
My
I just
desk isn't
ignore that stuff
perfect.
that they've been piling on my desk, and suddenly I'll come in, I'll look at my desk, and be like, oh, this somebody walks in here, they just assume I'm a slob because my
Mhm.
desk just looks like a freaking mess, and then I'll go through and spend like an hour like getting it nice and tidy and perfectly clean, and then good for a little bit, but then eventually it'll get there again. So it's like,
I'm just good at like electronically organizing my stuff, like on my computer and stuff.
yeah,
So like any paperwork and shit I get, I just immediately scan it in and organize it in my computer. So like
That's a
I can
really
just
good way to
throw
be.
that paper out. And I don't want it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that way I can like pull it up on my phone if I need it.
Well, that's what I do now with all the artwork the kids bring home from school. You'll get there.
I
Like
just throw
my
it.
mom would give me like a huge bin of the kids, my kids stuff. I'm like, what am I gonna do with my old artwork? And so now I just take pictures of the artwork and then I
Yeah.
just put it into a folder on my phone. So if I really want to look at their artwork, I can just like through my phone.
That's a
But
really good idea, actually.
Mhm.
We got, I think we got it as a gift from her parents, but we got one of those, like the picture frames, that just the electronic
Oh,
ones where it goes
yes.
through.
Everybody's
And that
got
would be a
one
good
of those.
idea too for the art to upload them into there, so you can still always display it, right?
Yeah.
Like for the
I love
kids.
that. Actually, I
That's
have
a-
not done that. We
We
have
have
the
those
one of
picture
those.
frames.
Just kind of log in and upload some
Yeah,
shit. Dude.
and we got them for other people in the family. So I used to be really good at this. I haven't done it in a while, but just uploading our family photos to their
Yeah.
frames too, which is I don't know.
Yeah,
think
it's
pretty
I
cool.
think that's honestly because I grew up with my mom being a picture taker, so it's like we go over there sometimes. She's like, "Look at all these pictures," and she pulls out like 6 giant photo albums. I'm like, "There's got to be a better way to do this," which there is now.
Mhm.
You can just upload them into that one little frame, that one little digital
Mhm.
frame.
I
Yeah,
love that.
as
Or
long
just
as I-
use like iCloud on your iPhone. That's what I do.
Yeah, that too. But
Just put all my pictures on there.
when you're somebody who like wants to show them off, it's like so much easier just to be like, okay, just watch that slideshow as opposed to look through these 6 books
Yeah.
of giant pictures.
Well, my grandpa used to have those big old like slide carousel things. You know what I'm talking about?
Jeez,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Where he'd like put the little slides in. He took pictures all the time, and he'd have these big old like things that he'd bring down. You put it this projector, and he'd make us sit there and watch these fucking photo slideshows. And I'm like, I don't know who any of these people are.
Yeah.
dude."
like there's your great aunt Karen.
Yeah,
I have
great.
no
Yeah.
good.
Cool.
She died 40 years before I was born.
Perfect,
I don't know
yeah.
who this is.
Yeah. Oh, well, talking about family stuff. A few months ago, I went to Georgia. My grandpa, we put him in assisted living, and when I was there, my uncle gifted us like a flash drive. He did our whole genealogy of our family history,
Oh, cool.
Nice.
and it had like everyone's pictures, and it was actually pretty cool. I need to still go and read
That sounds
through
pretty
it.
Oh, my grandpa was a
But
big
he-
genealogist guy.
Yeah, but I guess it's
Pretty
been going
cool.
on from generation to generation that they pass it on to like the male of the family. I didn't even know of it
Yeah.
until I was just there. So I'm like, what?
My
That's pretty
grandpa did it
cool.
back in like the fucking 90s though, where you'd have to like drive to the library,
Like
that
the
was in
county
place where
records,
something was
like-
born,
Oh,
and like
jeez.
look up news articles and stuff. But he did it, and he had like everything for everybody in our family. It was
But
pretty
see,
cool.
now the problem that our kids are gonna have, is what, looking at a certain time era, everything of mine was on MySpace, and
Yeah.
then Facebook, and then
Yeah.
Instagram, and then TikTok. So it's not all
Is
in one-
MySpace still a website?
I
I
hope
don't know,
so.
but I'm saying
I
if you
hope
want
so.
to, if you want to
Jace, are
see
you still in there?
pictures,
Look it up, dude. Is MySpace still a site?
I hope
if you want to
MySpace
see
still
pictures of
exists
me
somewhere.
from like end of high school,
Dude.
early college, it was
Yeah.
MySpace. So
I never
no.
had a MySpace.
no
No, I was too busy on AOL Instant Messenger.
ASL.
No, I was never weird.
I got kicked off of AOL.
It doesn't surprise
Instant
me.
messenger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I got kicked off because I
Oh,
learned
man.
how to copy and paste. I think I was like 4th grade. And I would go into chat rooms and I said, "Who wants to be in a groovy Spice Girls club? Press 777." And I copied and pasted it like 1,000 times because I thought it was so cool that you could copy and paste that they kicked us off
Yeah.
AOL for it.
There you go. It's a spammer.
You got
I
some
am a-
issues, dude.
You were the original bot spammer.
Fuck are
That's
you doing?
awesome.
So did you have a Groovy Spice Girls channel to even invite them to?
No,
You're
I
just
don't
writing
know.
something arbitrarily and copy and pasting
No,
it in
it
multiple
was, she was
chat rooms?
literally the first version of a bot spammer
So
in a
you
chat.
didn't even
Yeah,
have
she,
you didn't have the thing for them to join? Then why were you doing it?
Because I learned how to copy and paste. I thought it was so cool.
That's insane.
hey, remember that was before internet etiquette was a thing. Nobody,
Oh,
you didn't
no,
know
I'm
it.
not-
You just got on doing whatever you want to do. It
Well, I
was
remember
it was
back
a
in the
Wild
day,
West, baby.
I was fueled by trying to play some video games online. So
Yeah.
you'd play like Doom online, and you had to like go in there and like figure out IP addresses and stuff. But like, You didn't even learn how to build the chat room that you were inviting people to.
That was the craziest thing about MySpace. I'm surprised you didn't get into it because that taught like
Not for
a
me.
whole like my entire generation learned to code off of putting their MySpace pages up
yeah,
and getting all the
HTML,
embedded
yeah.
things in
Well,
there
you
and
guys
like
were a little more advanced than me, I guess.
No
That's
shit.
no, because it was
She
like
got stumped right then. As soon as they kicked you off, you're like, "Fuck it, computers aren't for me." What did I do wrong? Well, I can tell you, kind of. You didn't make the chat room you were inviting people to, and
that's
then
awesome.
if you would have made the room, it would have been fine.
Yeah, it's probably not that you spammed. It's probably that you made some
Yeah.
people mad. They went to go join
Yeah.
the Spice Girls
Here's
chat.
all
there
these
was nothing
people
there.
typing 777.
Yeah.
You never reply. What the fuck, man? Where's this groovy ass Spice Girls channel? Sorry, I didn't get that far. I only learned how to Control C, Control V.
I need to start one because I still love the Spice
Are
Girls.
they
I am waiting for
they
them
still
to
a band?
do. I mean, I hope they come back because my life dream is to see them in the Vegas Sphere. Like, I want to see a show there. I want to see the Spice Girls. I'm putting it out there into the universe. I want the Spice Girls to go to the Vegas Sphere, and I want to be front row in that show. So
If you want to be my
that's my
lover,
2026
you gotta
wish.
get with my
How-
friends.
well, you like all those groups end up in Vegas for their retirement things
Right?
at
Which
some point.
are they all
right?
still
So-
alive?
Yes,
I feel
Alex,
like
they're
one of them
our
died.
age. They're not that. Are just a little
They're
bit
not
older.
our age. I was a
Okay.
fucking kid. That's the first time I saw some giant boobs on a lady. That Ginger Spice. I was like, hell yeah. I love MTV. So then I know they're not our age. She was probably 20 years older than us.
Okay, well, they are older than us, but they're still alive.
Did you see David Beckham got knighted the other day?
I
Tight.
saw David Beckham before.
You keep saying that.
I saw him running on Mission Beach when I was like probably as a teenager, and I was in awe.
I believe you.
He's so hot.
I believe you.
I did.
I believe you. I want to go see something in the Sphere too, but whatever they have is pretty lame. What is it, like
The Wizard-
Backstreet Boys, The
I
Wizard
would
of Oz?
love
That
to
movie
see Backstreet
sucks.
Boys. I would love to see Wizard of Oz.
The movie sucks.
We're going to Vegas in a few months.
I'd like.
Speaking of another group that I didn't even know was a thing still, Backstreet Boys.
They're not,
Well, that's why they're at the Sphere.
but they are doing like a residency at that Sphere. Or they've had concerts there at least, but I would never go see
Yeah.
that. If it was in sync, it'd be a different story.
My sister's
Bye,
doing
bye,
the
bye.
Zach Brown band. She's going there next
Oh,
week.
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
But I don't know what they do at the Sphere.
Yeah, that's not one I would have picked, but they just happen to be going to Vegas for like the Christmas market, I think it's called. It's like a huge rodeo, and then
Oh.
they have,
I thought you'd
a
just go
market.
up there to buy some Christmas decorations.
pretty much, yeah. And then they're gonna see Zach Brown band in the Sphere, which I'm kind of jealous.
Do you know
'cause I
who'd be
would love
cool
to
in
see
that Sphere is Daft Punk.
I don't even know who that is.
I feel like that's the kind of performance.
They're ones that wear like those robot helmets. Work
Okay.
it harder, faster, stronger.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Those kinds of shows would be a lot more like
In the Sphere, yeah.
like
Yeah.
that arena makes more sense because
Can you imagine
they do
going there
so many
for the-
crazy visual
To
things
watch
with those
the
kind
Wizard
of shows.
of Oz though.
I
I'd
I
be
feel
think
like,
it'd be cool. The
dude, this
tornado
movie,
scene.
this movie
like,
I have-
sucks.
Yeah, I don't know. I have
It's so
never.
boring.
I feel like there are two camps. You either are a Wicked and Wizard of Oz fan, or
Oh, I'd
you
rather
don't
die.
give a shit about either. And that there's like no in between. There is just
I'd
like
rather die than watch Wicked.
I couldn't care less. But I have
Yeah.
like I have so many friends and family who are obsessed with Wicked. Like my mom loves Wicked, absolutely loves it.
What's
Obsessed with it.
what is it about?
I don't know.
Is it
It's
the Wizard
this-
of Oz?
It's
yeah,
like
but
the
it's
before
told
story.
It's the story from the
I'm
Wicked
good.
Witch of the West version.
Point of view or something
it's
like
her
that,
point of
right?
view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care about her.
Okay.
Yeah, well, there was like a whole thing about
No,
the
no.
actress they picked to play her on the Broadway show or something too, and people were like, there was like, and I'm like, who cares? Like
No.
if she plays the part, good,
Nobody
who
cares.
cares about why and who they picked?
Oh, my sister heard us talking in her office, and she said Spice Girls are 50, so they're not that much older than us.
They were older than us. Yeah.
Yeah.
What, 11 years?
You turn 40 next year, Alex.
So do you.
No, I turn 40 in 2 years. Don't age me, okay? I am in my 30s, and I will be for the next 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah. But changing the plan a little bit. All of Alex's friends turn 40 next year, so I know there's going to be so many fun celebrations, and
Yeah.
I am really looking forward to those. That'll be fun.
Probably some pretty cool ones too, because that's like an age where most of your friends are gonna have actually some money and can go like do some fun stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah. What would be
especially-
your dream 40th birthday celebration?
One of those Ritz Carlton fucking private yacht trips.
Yeah.
Those things look sick.
You gotta sell some
You
houses.
seen those?
You need
Oh.
to buy
You
a
haven't,
house.
dude,
You need
on
to sell a
Instagram,
house.
they
I
have this
mean,
Ritz Carlton like yacht collection.
Okay.
They're looking pretty
You-
sick. They're like cruise ships.
You
But
get to fish.
no,
Oh.
no, you don't really do anything. They just massage you the whole time while you eat fucking Wagyu beef. It looks great.
yeah. I actually,
Does sound pretty
so
relaxing.
bougie looking, dude.
I
It's
contacted
insane.
the company and I got it all priced out.
It's
It's like
like
not that
It's
bad.
like $9,000 a person, right? But then you gotta fly to Greece or wherever.
Uh, It was like
Oh.
30,000
And the
for,
rooms are dope.
yeah.
I mean, they gotta be,
Yeah.
right? They gotta.
Or
be.
I would love to go to Japan, dude. Japan is so cheap to
Yeah.
fly to.
Yeah, and you go to Disneyland there for like $50 a person.
Yeah, they
I've
have
heard.
they have
Wait, really?
sick cruise
Yeah,
ships.
so
that-
they're saying it's cheaper to fly to Japan and take your family to Disney
Mhm.
World there than it is
Than
to
it is-
fly to Florida and do
Just
Disney
do the
World
regular.
there.
That makes a
And,
lot of sense.
Japan has like a tourist thing going on too. If you fly into Tokyo, then you can like fly to the other airports like Okinawa, Kyoto, and you could fly domestically within Japan while you're there as a tourist for free.
I saw
So you
that
can,
on
like, check out
Instagram. I
all the
have
different
it.
parts of Japan.
Super
Yeah,
Got it.
cool.
and they're like
Big
huge
deal.
on boosting tourism with the United States now.
Me and a bigger my buddies and like my brother-in-law and stuff have all talked about like wanting because like big fans of like the food and all sorts of stuff. from
The
there. And my
food.
brother-in-law is just he loves Japanese culture. He's
For
like
sure.
he's not Japanese in any way, but he
So he
knows
likes
so much about
anime.
no like he actually like he likes their history. Like he knows all about all the wars
Mhm.
they've been in, the samurai era. Like he loves all of that
Yeah.
stuff. So like very big on like so like we've all been talking about it. Didn't realize it was that affordable.
It's
and
super affordable to
and
fly
that,
there. I remember I linked it to you the other day, but
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was like per person to fly from like LAX to Japan was like $3.99 maybe round trip.
Jeez,
Yeah,
that's not
like
bad at
nuts,
all for a
dude.
flight.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
International flight. Well, and then to be able to kind of puddle jump between the cities
Yeah.
for free when you're there
you
like
go
that.
check out like
be super
all
cool.
because the mountains are beautiful there. They have all the cherry blossom trees, like the actual like terrain of Japan is beautiful too.
Yeah,
You know, beautiful
yeah.
beaches and everything. And I don't know. I don't really care about anime or any of that shit. I've never even
Yeah.
watched a single anime, but like, I think samurai culture is really cool.
They
And
got a
they're- and
lot
they're
of cool
like
culture over there.
their craftsman culture is really
Mhm.
cool too. Like the way they build houses is insane. They like don't use nails or screws when they build the houses. They use like louvers and they basically connect everything without actually drilling it together in the old way they build those temples is
Yeah.
really, I mean, just everything is pretty insane. They have really cool like spas that you can go to too, where they have like these natural like volcanic hot springs and they have these natural like cold plunge waterfalls to go in. It just looks dope.
Yeah,
I mean, all
there's
together.
so much about it is like,
Mhm.
and that's where like being able to do that and jump to the different cities, you could actually go see
Yeah.
everything affordably is awesome. That'd be sweet.
And they have really nice resorts that you can like go and stay at and they're pretty affordable.
Let's do it. I want to go.
They're like up
Yeah.
in like the what is that? I forget the big ass mountain out there. It's like I forget the name of that giant volcano they have. It's like I can't remember now. Jace, is he in there? No.
Probably not. He didn't bring up
Oh.
that thing about the
Either way, there's this giant mountain. I want to say it's called. It's not Yote, but it's a huge volcano in Japan, and it's like at the base of it, they have all these really cool like 5-star resorts that have like natural hot springs in them.
cool.
Mount Aso,
Mm,
ASO,
oh, I mean that's probably one of them. There's
or Tamu Masi.
Don't they have a lot of
Big
areas that have like the
volcanoes?
natural
Yeah.
hot springs I think there and stuff too. So there's got to be probably multiple volcanoes, right?
Be cool.
Yeah. Yeah, a trip like that would be really sweet.
Fuji, Mount Fuji.
Oh.
You guys have seen a picture of Mount Fuji, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna
Fuji
say
water?
Fuji, and then for
Is
some
it
reason
Fuji
I was
water?
like, oh,
It's
that's not
Fiji
Japan.
water. Fiji
See,
water.
this is what it looks like.
Oh, it's pretty.
But it's
Yeah.
beautiful. It's like surrounded by lakes and stuff. It's really cool. And I heard the beaches are sick too. I'm like, I've always wanted to go to Japan. I've always wanted to see just actually in general the Eastern culture because
Yeah.
it's so different than ours.
Yeah.
And like, I don't want to die in a Chinese prison for being a dick, which is inevitably going to happen. So I
Yeah,
think
that's one of
Japan
those
is
where
the
it's like,
safest one.
Yeah, China would be cool,
South
but then
Korea's
you're like, it's
safe.
so easy to get in trouble there,
Yeah.
and then they don't let you come back.
Yeah.
You go into one of those prisons as an American,
Yeah.
you probably don't ever come
South
back.
Korea is safe too. No
Yeah,
line
South
there,
Korea
yeah.
was the other one I always wanted because Seoul looks really cool. They have really awesome food and culture and stuff there too, and everything. Like I did because I had to take a foreign language when I was at ASU. I took Korean because I thought that would be cool. I don't know. I was like, I don't want to be like
Bizarre.
everybody else and pick Spanish or
You
French.
just
or-
randomly came across.
Well, there was like
fuck it, I'm doing.
I was like, I
Korean,
don't want to do one of the
baby."
normal ones. Like I was like, French is dumb. Spanish, I already know kind of some Spanish, and I live in Arizona. Like that's too generic. I'm like Russian's way too hard, and Chinese is way too hard. I'm like, okay, let's go for Korean. It's like it's a
Alright.
little bit easier, right?
Is it though?
It's definitely easier than Chinese. It's not
Chinese looks
easy,
nuts.
that's for sure.
Russian's
But-
nuts
Say
too.
something.
I literally only remember 안녕하세요 is hello, and 반갑습니다 is welcome.
Okay.
Mm.
And I at one point was able to say my name is like
Oh.
like me llamo Ret.
Yeah.
Like in Spanish, right?
See,
but-
I'll go to Japan and just talk like an asshole American the whole time. You know what I mean?
Well, I think that I don't know. I've heard it both ways, right? Like sometimes they're offended if you're like they'd almost rather. I've heard that sometimes some of those countries would rather you just speak English because they know like they'd rather you not butcher their language,
Yeah,
and
and they
they
know how to
mostly
speak
they know
English,
how to
yeah.
speak English, so they'd rather just communicate what's easiest for you. And then I've heard that some countries like it that you at least attempt,
Yeah.
right? Because
Well,
then
you
you're trying to
accept after you've
respect
been
the
there for a couple
culture,
days,
right?
You know what I
Like,
mean?
and then most of the time they're like, okay, then they'll start speaking to you in English because they know you're a dumb American. But
Yeah.
Well, that's what I've heard too. Is like if you go and travel to like Japan, like the people there are cool.
yeah,
Like there used to be this thing where people were like nervous to go to Tokyo because they said everybody was like kind of jerks and stuck up. But I've been hearing at least people I follow
Well,
on Instagram
for a
that
while
talk
there,
about how like
they were a little
they're
mad
excited
at
to have
us.
people come and visit because like their country's kind of shrinking in the population
Yeah.
rate. Like their like number of births per people is so low. So it's been like a whole like decade
I
or two
saw-
decade long thing about how they're like really excited actually to have people come and visit. If you can actually get a tourism visa for Japan to go and get bitches pregnant too.
That's exactly what I was about to bring up. I
That's
heard
what
about
I
it like
forgot
2
to tell her
years.
about my 40th
2
birthday.
years ago.
No, I'm just kidding.
I heard about that 2 years ago. They were offering like a visa for that.
They
And I
still
was
are,
like,
yeah.
they're still doing that.
Mhm.
Wow, that's crazy though. Because like, I mean, I don't know. I what other countries are having like
Lots
Population-
China is. That's why they want Taiwan. That's why they want land in India too.
yeah,
and-
but China is more that they have too many people and they need more space. Whereas
no,
they're
their birth
running
rate
out
is
of peop-
down
it
because
is.
they implemented that one child policy a
Oh.
while like
yeah,
you know in the 90s in China you could one child, everybody chose to have a son, right?
Yeah.
And now there's like 10 boys to each one girl.
jeez,
Right. It's insane. Their
Wow.
birth rate's like catastrophic.
Wow.
jeez. Yeah, I mean that's in that. What a weird, like, and that's one of those things. Like you don't when they make those policies, right? You can never foretell how bad the effects of what you're doing is going to be
Yeah.
that far down the line. But that's nuts.
Yeah, there's a lot of like European countries that have declining birth rates and they've let like immigration policy slip. So it's like in France as an example, like the French national like religion is going to be like Muslim by like 2030. There's going to be more Muslims in France than there are French.
Wasn't that how Britain is right now too? In
Yeah,
London,
they're on the
like
same
they're
way,
they're
yeah.
but yeah, it's I mean
It's
they've
insane, dude.
it's kind of the same thing. It's
'cause-
crazy how they've like I mean that's not I don't know enough about any of their politics, but it's crazy that they let it get to that point, right? Like it's
Mhm.
almost like you're about to lose your country
Mhm.
basically to people who aren't your people.
Anymore,
And
yeah.
and it's all kind of peaceful. Like you let them come in, you took them in,
Yeah.
like you're voting for them,
and they're
like it's
having
all
like 4, 6, 8 kids, and your citizens, like
Yeah.
you know, English through and through, are having one. It's just unsustainable.
yeah. Jeez. Yeah,
All right, guys. Well,
there's a 10-minute section that's getting cut out there at the end.
Why?
Well,
Because of your
we-
geopolitics, you dirtball.
because of all that. It had nothing to do with real estate.
boys, thank you
Uh,
again for listening to our episode.
Told you she was gonna have
And
to
we'll see
hurt
you
us
next
like
time.
cats.
Bye.
Bye.